In order to construct a good, proportional face as an artist, I had to learn anatomy, basically what lies underneath the skin. And there are layers. First, I needed to study the skull and bones, then learn what muscles attach to them. If I hadn't learned this, I would only spot what we all see on the surface: the face, the lips, the mouth, the nose. Drawing a proper face would then feel like a guessing game. Because, guess what? There is no nose, no eyes, no lips. It's all shapes. And those shapes are made of anatomy. The eyes are just balls placed in pits surrounded by a bunch of muscle, fat, and skin. You only see the famous almond shape, just a little bit of the eyeball, iris, and pupil. Everything else is covered. You never see the whole picture. And this is all important to know, not just for artists, but for people in general. We must look underneath the skin in order to see properly. We must be able to look under the carpet, because life or reality never shows us the full picture. It always protects it with skin, with appearances, with superficiality, with theater, with makeup. You can compare all these two psychological patterns. The average human, living life on autopilot, keeps repeating the same patterns, as if someone took their brain and programmed it. Now, the human has several programs running on a loop, until something starts to feel odd and they notice it. Maybe he or she wonders why they always attract the same type of partner, why they keep sabotaging relationships with anger outbursts. It's always the perfect makeup skin. You cannot always spot toxic psychological patterns on the surface. They appear normal, happy. Ever heard of the happy functioning family? Until you look beneath the surface and spot things you don't want to see. We first notice the odd behaviors, the perfect dad suddenly doing something completely out of character, the mental breakdown of a person who always seemed to have it all together. You can now call this the muscle, because when we remove the skin, we see the muscle, but when we reach the muscle, we must be willing to go even deeper, to the skull, to the bones, and not everybody is willing to go this far, because in order to look deeply at our toxic psychological patterns, we need to ask uncomfortable questions, investigate our childhood, look into our shadows. To see the truth, we must be stripped naked, all the way to the bones, not just muscle, and people are scared of that. Of course, things on the surface look great, glamorous, polished, like perfect skin with makeup. No wonder muscles scare us. Bones make us think of literal death. But these are freaking important because muscles and bones are the foundation, the base, and the foundation is never pretty, but it is the most important part of the construct. Go outside and look at buildings. You see the beautiful architecture, but do you know why those buildings stand? Because of boring bricks. Because there are hundreds of bricks stacked on top of each other. If you removed all the walls and paint, you would see only the naked building blocks. Nobody would call that pretty, yet those blocks are the most important part. The most important things are underneath the surface, underneath the skin, the things nobody sees and nobody pays attention to. The things that are often not attractive. Musclemen and skeletons creep us out. No wonder they're used in horror movies. Toxic psychological patterns creep us out too, but it's crucial to look at them deeply. Then there are symbols. Why do you decorate your house the way you do? Why are you drawn to certain people, art, music? What part of you do they awaken? Why did you choose to paint that particular symbol? Even the person you have a crush on and find unattainable is a symbol and can lead you to a toxic pattern. The song you listen to over and over again. Have you ever asked why? What are the lyrics? Why do they speak to you? Every symbol that is meaningful to us exists for a reason. Every myth is symbolic, every fairy tale carries truth. Once you understand that symbols point to our inner reality, you start to see the world differently. You won't just binge watch your favorite show blindly, you'll start asking why you're watching it in the first place. Most people are oblivious to what surrounds them. If you never looked beneath the skin, never seen human anatomy, you only see faces and bodies. But when I see a face, I have a laser vision. I see beneath the skin, beneath the muscle, all the way to the bone, straight to the truth. So instead of just looking, learn how to see properly.